Okay. Am I far enough up? Yeah, as far as it's going to get up away from it. Okay, I was sitting here doing die cuts. Here, I'll show you. I was doing die cuts. These are from the Dollar Tree die cut thing. I'll show you real quick. It's this one right here. You can get that from the Dollar Tree, at least at ours right now. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. Me and the husband just went for a walk because his back is out, so I'm trying to make him use his back and walk it out a little bit because it says to do that online. But besides, I've always had back problems and I know what to do. So I told him we're going to go for a walk, and I did a little training for the dog. But what I'm going to do here, what I wanted to show y'all, is while we were training and everything, I also picked up leaves. Now these are from my yard. This is a plant that's growing out here just randomly as a volunteer. I have no idea what it's called, but it's butterflies love it. I want to call it a butterfly plant, but I'm not sure. Now this one is not. This one is my Plumera, and I just love how the Plumera leaves look. Let me see if I can get close enough so y'all can see what I'm talking about. It's so cool. Look at this. Look at that perfectness there with the veining that's going on. Look at that. Isn't that cool? That's a Plumera leaf. And they do put out a sap, so be prepared for that. These are, I call them bishop lilies. They're also called rain lilies. They come up whenever it rains, and we just got a lot of rain. So I pulled these. One has a stamen in it, and the other one does not. I mean, they both have stamens. Those are stamens right there. But I mean, it's got this one right here in particular, where this one don't. So I'm going to try and press those. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I thought I'm going to keep this out so I could show y'all. So, and here is my others that I've been picking up on the way here. This was in my front yard. This one I'm not going to get a print out of. This is for my eco dyeing. I always try to find the brown leaves because they're the ones that put off some good tannins. So does the green ones, and the yellow ones are the best for getting good tannins, you know, to get a good eco dye print, you know, when you're boiling them. Boiling. You can hear my country accent, I'm sorry. I'll say boiling instead of boiling. Sorry. I'm trying to do this before they start wilting. Okay. Now, let's get this on out. Hopefully you'll be able to see it all. Okay, there's 2 here. Okay. And then I've got, this is trace paper. I'm just going to find something. Let's see. Let's try this. We'll pull that off. I don't want the dead ones on there, because these will leave the red print for me. Okay, so we're going to put that in there. And we'll put one of their leaves, the plant's leaves, in here. Okay. Let's just hope this works like I want it to. Oh, I need cardstock. Do I have it? Cardstock in here? I don't think I do. I didn't bring any in here anyways. I got some up here I can use. I'm right here, y'all. Don't worry. It takes a little bit of time to get my nails between the papers. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in half because it can't fit the whole sheet in there because I don't have one of the big ones. I have the, I call this big. But there is a larger Sizzix than this. At least I was told there is. I really don't know. I'm kind of new to these Sizzix. Now what I'm going to do is over here is where it opens. So I'm going to open this one up on this side and slide this right down that. And just tuck that in there. That way I have cardstock on both sides. And then this one goes next. And I like to turn these little point things here. I like to turn the one that goes downwards. I like to turn it upwards. So I'll be laying it on this side. I don't know if y'all can see the point there. There you go. See how it goes higher on one side? This is the side I'm going to be laying on. This is going to be on the bottom. So I'm going to lay it just like that. Gives it more of a push. At least it does for me. Oh, I see a bug. That's the problem you'll have with getting things off the ground or out of your garden. Trying to level that out. Hopefully it'll go through. It may not. It might be too thick. Oh, it's good. Okay, what I'm trying to do is I'm just crushing the greenery in between and hoping that it's working like I wanted it to. Instead of using a... Oh, gross. It got... I didn't think about that. I didn't think this through, y'all. Oh my gosh, look. Ew. Well, I know for a fact it did something. Now I got a mess to clean up. But that's okay. It comes with the job of being a junk journaler, right? Let's make sure we don't get down inside this. Puts off a reddish color. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Okay, might as well leave this out because I'm probably going to need to wipe off this thing too. Okay, let's go ahead and wipe that off. This is definitely going to need to be wiped off. I'm just wondering what kind of print I got. Hopefully it's a really good, cool print. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Oh, it bled in between, that's why. And this being trace paper, it didn't absorb as well as I thought it would. Oh well, I've got more out there. I can do it again if I have to. But you can leave it in between there too. I just thought about that. I could have left that in there and that would have gave that print instead of ironing it out. That's how you used to could do it. Is you take wax paper and put it between them. I don't know if y'all know about that. Yeah, that stuck to that. It's not going to come off, and it did not leave a print like I was hoping. Because this is trace paper. I'm going to try this again with other pieces. Man, I flattened it out, though. So we're going to toss that away. Because it didn't do what I wanted it to do. That's okay. That's the thing of you live and you learn kind of thing. Yeah, I got to clean this off. Sorry if this is going to take time up from you. Okay. But I got to keep my stuff clean. Got to get another tissue. There. Okay. Now everything's clean. Now, let's try something different. Let's go with this. No, not this. I got it. Here we go. Let's print on this. This is just a bag. It's one of those bags I used in this journal here. Kind of why I'm doing this. This is the fairy / forest journal. I've got some stuff I've done to it since the last talked. So now, sorry about my chair going crazy with the sounds. Okay, these are too big for something like that. So, let's use one of the smaller ones. There we go. Let's see if that works. That all laid out. Wait a minute, we'll do one. You know what? I want to use this one because this one looks dry, too dry on that corner there. So we learned on the other one. Trace paper is not the good stuff to use. Now we're going to use one of these. I want to see if I can get this to lay down like that. Let's see what it does. I see you, little bug. Sorry, you're going to get crushed if you stay in there, little bug. Gonna get crushed anyways because I'm not going to let it live. Not in my craft room, sorry. If you're a bug lover, I'm sorry. I don't like all bugs, just the good ones. These I got from the park. They're those clover kind of things. I call them ground clovers or something. Drop the bag. Okay, now hopefully this will work. It's probably going to go all over. What am I doing? See, my brain ain't there right now. Again, it's not there. Okay, that goes upwards. That down. And this one down. And then the white one gives it more of that pressure. Got to line them up, make sure they're lined up really well. Put in there. I'm going to cut the stem of this off so it's not moving. I don't want it moving around too much. These are gemstones that I was using. Didn't stick kind of things. That one moved. There we go. Okay, here we go. Let's see what this one does. I'm trying to hold this and that. There we go. Oh, that was some kind of hard to do. Kind of bent that too. Let me move this out of the way for now. On top of my trash can. Oh, we got juices. We got juices again. Gross. It really got juicy. But once the juice dries, it'll probably either leave a stain or it will be fine. It'll resolve itself. I just don't want to leave that on my thing, because then the die cuts might get sticky and get stuck. Now, let's see what it did. Let's see what it did. Okay. Okay. Let's see what happened. Oh, it'll be something really cool. Come on. Let's do this. Oh. Yeah. I guess once it's dry, you'll be able to see, because I can already see veins from the flower over here. Barely see the flower there with the leaf. Those didn't show up too well either. But I can make those into something. But once that dries, there'll be a little bit of a print on there. It was just a test. I wanted to see what I could do. So I'm going to bring you down so you can see what I'm seeing. Okay. There's the leaf. And it grabbed more of the veins because the veins are more sticking out. There's the thin petals. You can barely see them, but once this is dry, I'm going to flake all this off. And then that'll show up as a flower instead, possibly. Hopefully. Hopefully. These are the stamens. And if you're like me and you're impatient and you want to see what happens, you can go ahead and pick at it with a needle. What if I should let it dry? Don't be impatient like me. Oh, you can't see. Hang on. Okay. Let me push it forward so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just taking my needle and kind of tapping, just scraping a little here off and a little there off. And it's just peeling loose. See, it's wet, the paper is, so it wants to grab the needle. Look at that, it left a stamen color. I like that. See it? Can you see the stamen right there? We're just having fun. Finding out what's going to happen to it. Like I said, some of it you may have to wait till it's totally dry so you don't scratch your paper. There we go. Once that's dry, hopefully it'll be a darker print, but for now I can see it. There's the flower petals. Did really well with the petals. But for the rest, I wouldn't say it did. I think the rest pretty much got squished and nastied. Here's the little bitty round flower or leaves. Here, over here was one too. They didn't show up too well. Yeah, I kept them over here. Here they are, flat. They won't even stay on the thing. There we go. So those I'm gonna put into probably a little specimen, those specimens you can make. But yeah, I'm gonna set this to the side and see how it turns out. You'll get to see it in probably one of my videos because I'm making this video. Anyway, you know what I'm doing. So there's that one on the white. Let's see what happened with the darker. See if it shows up better on the dark. Oh, it's just more of a ghost. See it? Just barely ghosted on that one. And then there's the petals. Let's pick them off. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I know. Why don't I wait until it dries? You know what? I think, well, it's already messed up. I've got another flower over here, so. Go. We got a helicopter going over, it sounds like. Probably life flight. We're not that far from the hospital. I really don't know what's going to happen with this one. Once it dries, it could go the opposite way and just dry and be the color that it already was. Just trying to barely rub it off. Now, instead of rubbing it, if you've got a little brush, like, you just do like this and get it loose that way. Okay. And then we just wait for that to dry as well. Let's see what happens. You can see a little bit of an imprint. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. And this one, I really don't know. We'll just have to, like I said, wait and see what happens. Yeah. It bled through. See? And it did leave a dark color, which is fine. Not a biggie. I'm going to clean this up. Let me bring you all the way out because I need to level you off a little bit here. Right there. Okay. So these are the things I found in my garden. I don't have much living that's bright and colorful now. But I did find some vincas. I needed to move all these over here instead so they wouldn't get crushed by my Sizzix. So I'm going to put them over here. Take these, put them over here. Excuse my chair. It's loud, I know. Okay, these are vincas. That's what this one is. It's a pretty maroon color. Her roses are already pretty much spent. She's got one that's fixing to bloom tomorrow. I'll grab it. I hate to do that though, because that's the only one that's blooming. And it's right outside my window. She kind of does it so that I have something outside my window. And her mother too. More her mother than me. But I like to think of it that way. Okay. I also found some very colorful crouton. See if they'll put off some pretty colors. This one, of course, is dying back a little bit. I call them croutons. I don't know if that's what they're called for sure. I'm almost positive that's what they're called, but just in case. I wanted to try this, though. I think this would be pretty. Let's see. I need to flip that. I don't know why I turned it that way. So that one there. And this one here. Then we'll get a light pink one. And all I'm doing is cutting off the very, very bottom down here. Just right there. Just nipping it with my nail. Just throw it on the floor. I cleaned up a little bit. And the problem with that, see, some of them are starting to wilt over because I just pulled them off the plant. I want this to come down right about there. Yeah. Let's hope that'll turn out right. Yeah, I need to get my Sizzix up here. See how this turns out. Hopefully it'll look good. Otherwise I gotta eat up by mosquitoes for nothing. First. Then this one. Yeah, no, goes this way. And then this one here goes next. And this, okay, goes this way. And then this. Yeah, you're gonna get your Sizzix a little nasty. There's a little cuppy hole down there. You might have to clean that even. I'm not gonna worry about it. If it does, it does. And then I'll clean it. Oh, wrong way. I'm a righty, so it's got to turn this way. That's how I do it anyways. Okay, here we go. Just gonna cut it real quick. One time through. I don't want that liquid to go everywhere. Let's see what we got. Hopefully it didn't get too messy. Because we got a lot of rain, so there's going to be a lot of moisture in the plants. Here we go. I like to keep these when they're flat like that. What happened to my needle? See if I can get that off and use it for something. Nah. I don't know. Those little petals, once they're dry, if I can keep them that color, which I doubt I'll be able to. Now, if you have a freeze dryer, you could freeze dry them after they're flattened like that. Just put them in the freeze dryer, and the freeze dryer might leave them like crispy looking, you know. Otherwise, I don't know what the purpose I'll have for those. It did really well over there. Talking about this maroon one. Might get a little quiet here. I don't know why I didn't grab some fern. I have fern in the backyard too. That would have been cool. I grabbed all these maroon ones too. There's a few left on there. There we go. And once that dries, that'll look really pretty. I really like it the way it came out on this. It's kind of like eco dyeing. This is called eco printing. There's eco dyeing where a lot of people call it eco printing, but it's not. It's eco dyeing because you're putting a plant on top of a material like paper and you're pressing it and then you're boiling it to it. And the stain from the stuff, the sap and everything, and then the print that it leaves behind, it stains it into the fabric. I mean, whatever it is. This is printing because I'm pressing it in. Or maybe that's what it's called, eco pressing. We call it that then, I guess. This looks really, really cool. I need to get that stamen off there. Oh yeah, that looks really pretty. The lighter one doesn't show up. That's what I was afraid of. That's why I wanted to grab the red one. Yeah. I think it turned out really cool. Of course, when it dries, that dark spots that you see will be there. They will stay there. But you'll still see the press of the plant, the flower on there. So I like that. That did well. And there's where that other one was. I just reused the same piece. Okay. Now I can turn this over this way next time. Okay, I'm gonna put this piece. This is just one of those bags. I could put on this side, but as you can see, the purple's coming through, so I'm not going to use this. I'm going to let it dry like I did the other one. I'm sorry about my chair. I can't help my chair. Getting another one of these. I like the way they sound too. I like to use the smooth side versus where it's been put together, even though this is a solid piece. This side is, there's no seam to it, no nothing. I can reuse this for something cool. I don't want to mess this one up, so I'm going to grab another one because I really like that. That print looked really, really good. Okay, I'll just go grab me another one over here. La, 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 la. I'll just grab a whole bunch of them. And have them ready. Do need to fold them though. Okay, put that there. Just ready to fold this down. I'll just take this, go like that. If you have a, what do you call them? There was a piece of a leaf. If you have a stencil and you want this juice to leave that stencil color, you could try, but I don't know how you press it out though. You know? Okay, so here's this one again. I'm going to try and see if I can't get another print. I don't think I'll be able to because you can see it literally just crush the life out of it. But it's worth a shot to try, you know? So we'll go this way, this one. Turn it that way. Turn this one this way. And let's see. Oh, they're starting to wilt. I gotta go a little faster. I'm not gonna get as pretty a print. I'm gonna use the darker ones. They do the best. Just like that. I think that would be pretty. Hopefully that'll still show up dark. Trying to figure out which one. I think I'm gonna grab this little bitty one here. This is, I think this is called, well, salvia. Yeah, that's what they call it. Thought I'd grab it from my garden. It grows every year. You know what? Instead of it grabbing this side, even though it does really good on these, I'm just gonna grab another one. Put that right on top. Just like that. Okay, let's try again. Hopefully I don't make this video too long. Because I really want to get something from this that's really, really good for you. Yeah, this way. Get this just right. This one goes in there. Actually going to turn it this way so it'll bow the other way now. Okay, here we go. Get back this way. Oh, something big at the end here. Good grief. I don't know what was at the end there, but it was thick. Whatever it was. It was juicy too. Oh, gotta get me some more wipes. Has a pretty color. It's probably from the, see, it's real pretty and red, that's for sure. I can't see. I gotta get this one out. Down here. And I need to wipe that down a little bit just in case. That's how I do it. Put that over here. See what we got. Okay, here we go. Y'all ready? I've got some juice. It was from the salvia. Ooh, it really like squirted that stuff out. Wow. It didn't really give us a dark print, for the leaves, as you can see. This to the floor, so I'll put that in there. Okay, I'm gonna get my pen out again. And like I said, even with eco dyeing, you've got these pieces of your greenery that's going to be either thin. You can keep it because it's real paper thin now, which I probably will do. I just got to figure out where I want to put it. For now, I'm just going to lay it on top of that. That'll work for me. These actually are not really keepable because they're really, really thin already to begin with. But I'm going to tell you something, it did a really nice print. You can even see the stamens in the middle there. Oh, I do like that. I don't know if anybody else has ever done this with their Sizzix. I mean, they are expensive. So like somebody was at our front door just then. Get some of that nasty off there. So thin, it's not even wanting to let me pull it up. It's so thin, look at that. Okay. Now just to get this leftover stuff up. As you see, it didn't do a real good print, but you can see the negative of it right here with this. So I'm kind of glad that did that. Let's see what the salvia. I like how the salvia left this red. I mean, it's red. Because the one things are more purple than they are red. Oh, that is so pretty. If I get cut off, I'm sorry. I'm not keeping my eye up on the camera because I'm trying to do this without poking myself with a needle. I should let this just dry though. Okay. Just getting that thick stuff off. Excuse my dog. Since we came back from our walk, she's very verbal now. There we go. I think that looks pretty cool, don't y'all? I think I like that one. Now I gotta clean this one too. Oops, my leaves. Don't want to hurt them. Back over there. I'm just using the tip and just going sideways like this is the needle. I'm only going to go like this. I'm not going in at it with the point. Otherwise it'll rip your paper. And I'm just rubbing that all off. Try not to rub it because then it just like turns it into a marker. How about I just rub like that. Let me rub. Okay. Okay, and there's the other side, by the way. So I bet if we open this up, It'll have printed. Yep. Oh, whoa. That's going to look really cool when it's done. Look at that. Oh, that's from the salvia. Okay. That turned out like I was hopeful. Oh, these I can toss in the trash. I'm not going to keep that either. So I'm just going to go ahead and toss these. Actually, I might keep that one. Hopefully it don't curl up. Oh my, look, it'll probably curl.